My question is about building your characters.
Yeah.
So in terms of the process you use, do you find that it differs from role to role, or do you use the same process when you're approaching a character for the first time?
I would always start with the script and learn it really, really well, you know, and then see what the other actors are doing, you know. Yeah.
Is it quite hard from once you've got a part to the point where you're in the rehearsal period to not map it all out? Or is that just something it's instinctive to you not to do that?
Different actors would tell you different things, I think, about that. But for me, I don't do anything.
Right.
It's just lazy. But I don't. I think I try and do it all. I mean, I read the play loads of times.
Yeah.
I read the play loads of times. But no, I kind of do it all. Because it depends on what the other actor... You can't be like, and then the other actor will do this. Because the other actor might be like, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. You gotta just do it live. And I think that's what an audience can smell, authenticity.
Has there ever been a point where your process just hasn't, possibly in the rehearsal room, where it's just it hasn't gelled or it's not working for you? Have you struggled, or an instance where you've struggled?
I think every single yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of the time. I think you got to make mistakes. I always spend rehearsal really embarrassed. I always am like, oh my God, you go really red. Or else there's sort of on takes as well, like when you're filming, you just want to go up to the director and you want to say, burn that. you want to say, don't ever, but that's the really, well, at least in the theatre, you can say, I'm never going to do that again, and that'll be okay. But when you're working on film, you have no control over what take they may or may not use. So you have to go, you have to sort of, sometimes I have said, please don't use that. And they're like, no, I saw some things in that, and I thought it was really nice. And you think, oh no. And then that's inevitably the one that they, but then actually, it's very hard to judge your own performances. I always think something is terrible and other people go, oh no, that's quite good. So, oneself isn't necessarily the best judge of one's own performances.
Leanne Horvath, hi.
Hi, Leanne.
Do you find it easier to play a character you feel you can relate to, or is there more freedom in playing somebody you're completely opposite to?
It depends on what you've just done. I think that's the way I work at it. Like, I've just done some romantic comedy, and I've always wanted to do a bit of romantic comedy because that's, I don't know, I just felt like that would be a really enjoyable thing to do. But you have to, in the industry, you have to kind of teach people how to treat you a bit. So if you don't want to continue playing psychopaths, then say no, and that's quite hard to do as an actor. So many people in the industry will say, you're this. Do you know what you are? I'll tell you what you are. You're not a Hamlet, you're this. You know what, you'd be good in, and you go, there's any number of people will tell you different things about who you are. And the most important thing is to just have an instinct. It can be very movable, and you can change it, but just to go, do you know what, I just feel like I want to do this. And even if you're not doing it at the time, just hold on to that and go, I know nobody can see it and no one has proof of that just yet, but you're in control of what parts you play, whether they're on television, on film, or within your own little theatre group. Meryl Streep, who's an actress that I admire greatly, says something, and I think it's brilliant, which is, you have to pack your own suitcase. Don't let other people. You know what you're bringing on the journey, and I think it's brilliant advice from a brilliant actress.
Yeah. Good question. I think it's good advice from you as well. I think it's marvellous. Earlier on, when you were talking about the bad take or the slip up, I mean, how do you junk them immediately and go, that was yesterday, I can start again today? Or I don't know, maybe less so now, but when you were starting out, would it sometimes play in your mind? How do you overcome that?
Yeah, you have to give it up. I think that's what I found, because I did a lot of theatre, mostly theatre when I was starting out, and so when I was started to do more and more film work, that's a difficult thing to get used to. Is that you go, is that it? Shit, and you because you've been thinking about it for ages, and then you go, oh crikey, I don't think I really got that. I didn't feel right, and I think that's the thing you've got to give up a little bit.
Do you trust the director?
You have to.
Yeah.
No, I don't always trust the director is the answer. But you have to give it up. You have to go, well, let's hope that's going to be all right. And sometimes it, frankly, isn't.